Hey everybody, it's Mr. Greg. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm so excited that you're here, and I'm so excited to get to talk to my good friend Abby. Hey Abby,
Hello. Hello,
how are you?
everyone. I am doing so good. How are you?
I'm good. It's so good to see you.
I know. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. Although we see each other all the time on social media, there's just something about the when we have these lives, they're so much fun.
They are. And Jose asked us just a moment ago, he's like, "Are you guys ready?" And we're like, "We're always
We're always
ready."
ready.
I said we're professionals, and Abby thought that was really funny. I said we may not be professionals, but we are going to act like we know what we're doing.
Always.
Well, I'm excited to get to talk to Abby tonight about math tubs and her sessions at Elevate. And I know we're going to share out some really good, easy ideas for you to use in your math centers or your math tubs. So stay tuned for that. Also, want to let you know that we are doing a giveaway for a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. It's super easy to
Woo-hoo.
enter. All you have to do is hit the share button and join us in the comments. So the more you share and the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. So in the comments, let us know, where are you from? What questions do you have for math tubs or math centers? What activities are you doing in your math centers? And if you have not yet registered for Elevate Virtual, now is the time. Click the links in the comments and the descriptions to get registered for Elevate Virtual. It is the premier PD experience of the summer. Elevate Virtual kicks off on June 1st. You'll have 90 days, unlimited on-demand access to 31 sessions, 4 keynotes. You'll have a chance to win over $10,000 in prizes. We're going to give you $500 in free downloads for your classroom and more. So click the links, get registered before the price goes up on March 31st. You do not want to miss out on any of these sessions. The keynotes from Gary Brooks, Katie Garner, Barry White, and myself are going to be amazing. The sessions are phenomenal. So click the links, get registered. We cannot wait to see you virtually at Elevate Virtual and hopefully at an Elevate in person in Nashville, Dallas, or Phoenix. Abby, how are you? How's life?
It is going well. I think, well, let me give you a little update. So,
Okay.
you know that, well, you don't know, but I'm about to tell you that I'm going to be a honey. Do you know what that is? That's a cool
No.
grandma.
Congratulations.
So
That's
my
so
our oldest
exciting.
son and his wife are having a boy in June, and his name's going to be Grayson John. So I'm super excited, and I'm going to be called Honey. So
I love
that's the
that. Well,
cool grandma name.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
That's so
you.
exciting.
So that is the big news around our house. We're just
Oh, but
anxiously awaiting a new baby. So
oh yay. And when is the baby due?
in June, I think it's June 23rd, I think. So, but
Awesome.
babies come on their own time. So
Right.
sometime in June, sometime.
Awesome.
Hopefully.
Yay.
So
So exciting.
yes. And Dolly, how's Dolly?
Dolly is good. She's been here about 2 months, and she from the day we picked her up, she just has
Fit
been a part of the
perfectly,
family.
seamlessly into
Perfect.
your family.
Yes, it was a seamless transition, and she's wonderful. And we needed her more than we realized, I think.
I
Um,
think so too. I think
so
so too, especially when it happens so suddenly. But I'm glad you guys have her. She's adorable.
thank you.
So
And she's such a good dog. She all she wants in life is to have her humans. So as
that's right.
long as she is in the same space as us, she's good.
That's awesome.
All right,
Awesome.
so I can't wait to talk to you tonight about math tubs because we always do our summer book study,
Hmm.
and we did it about math this year. And I think there's so much focus on the science of reading that
Hmm.
I love when we get an opportunity to talk about math. So I'm really excited to talk about math tubs and hear some of your ideas and what you're going to talk about in your session. I know people are here to hear what you have to say. So before we do that, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What do you do? Where do you live? All the things.
So, if you've never met me before, let me introduce myself. My name is Abigail Peterson, and I am from Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, real Las Vegas, that Las Vegas. Everything that happens here stays here, that Las Vegas. So I've been married for 25 years. I have 3 kids and one grandbaby, like I said, on the way, and we have 2 dogs and Pumpkin and Trinette. And I have been teaching since 2004. And I spent 1 year in second grade and the rest in kindergarten, which is my passion. Early childhood, primary is where it's at, in my opinion. So I have such a passion for it. I have such a passion for intentionally teaching with purpose, but also with fun. It can be done. So I have a super passion for that. Right now, my current role is I am an instructional coach. So I absolutely love what I'm doing right now. I'm going into classrooms. I'm able to model lessons. I'm able to coach, and I get to go all over, and it's amazing. So I'm loving that new role. So it's just a beautiful thing when you can go in and you can share tips and tricks and you can model and actually not just be tell somebody how to do it, but to actually show them. So it's been amazing.
Yay, I love that. I love that you're getting to go into classrooms and model and coach. That's awesome. So I want to remind everybody we are doing a giveaway. So you can win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. All you have to do is hit the share button and invite your friends to join us and get in the comments. You can let us know where you're from. You can ask any questions you might have about math tubs or math centers or whatever you want to talk about in the comments. Drop your comments. The more you share and the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. All right, Abby,
That's right.
take it away. Talk to us for just for a moment about math tubs.
So, math is just as important as literacy. We know that they are foundational skills. We know that not only do we need letters to read and to write, but we need numbers to count and to facilitate in life. So, math is super important, and we don't ever want to forget about that because it's imperative. There's skills that we're going to use for our entire life, right? Um, Math is something that we also have to make sure that we are doing hands on. We have to make sure that we're using manipulatives, we're giving multiple opportunities for practice. Practice is the key. I've been sharing lately that if you tell somebody how to ride a bicycle and you give them directions, but you never give them any opportunity, how are they ever going to learn to ride a bicycle? How are they ever going to get better at riding a bicycle? If you give them one time on a bicycle and say, well, you rode the bicycle. Good job. You got to give them ample time to get on the bike and ride, right? They're only going to get better if they have multiple opportunities. We also know that the current brain research states that they need multiple opportunities of independent practice to master a skill. So, when we as adults, a lot of times we think, well, it's boring because we think it's boring because we've mastered it. We've been doing this 100 years. So, but little brains and little learners don't think like that. We have to think outside of ourselves and think of our learners. So that encompasses everything that we have when it comes to hands-on learning and using what we have in our classrooms to make it purposeful. So let's start with counting and cardinality. We have our rote counting, which is important. That doesn't take really any manipulatives. But then when we start getting into matching number or matching numerals to quantities, let's use manipulatives. Let's not just do it on a piece of paper and set and get. And you can use the things that you have in your classroom. Look around. I always tell teachers, look in those closets that everybody forgot about, right? Because somebody moved out of a classroom, and the janitor or the admin went in and took all the stuff out and put it in that dreaded closet. Go in that dreaded closet, pull out those rocks, pull out those Unifix cubes, pull out those things. Nobody's saying you have to go to Target and buy the erasers. If you want to, by all means, go out and do it. But if you don't have the money or you don't want to spend your money, use the things you have around your classroom. Also, check around your house. How about cotton balls? How about pinto beans? How about a lot of the things that we already have in our house? I have a huge bag of pinto beans that I think has been there for 3 years. Right? I have yet to make soup with it or anything else.
Or even like rocks. Like go outside and pick up rocks, right?
Absolutely.
1 year I did acorns. Like I just went around the neighborhood and picked up a bunch of acorns. So right, you can. And somebody mentioned Dollar Tree. We love the Dollar Tree.
Absolutely.
They have the best things, seasonal and year-round stuff. we love the mini erasers, but you're so right. Like, what do you have in your classroom that you can use, right? Or what do you have at home? And if you want to go out and get the stuff, go get buy all the things if that's what you want to
Yes.
do. But you also don't have to. And I love that that's what you're talking about, because you can just use a bag of pinto beans.
That's right. And I mean, you've shared multiple times, how often have you spray painted lima beans or pinto beans, right? So that you have the green
Yep.
on one side and the gold on the other for St. Patrick's Day, or red and green for
Yep.
Christmas. Very simple, very interactive. Another idea that I have that does some one year, parents gave me a huge bag. It wasn't on the list. You know how sometimes they bring you things that are not on the list, and you're like,
Toilet
what
paper.
exactly?
Toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's a language thing. It's a translation thing. We always put paper towels on our supply list, and inevitably every year I get rolls of toilet paper.
That cracks me up. That's so funny. Yeah. So one year I got a huge, no, we're not talking like a dozen, nor 2 dozen, nor 3 dozen, but a huge bag of straws, like 500. And so, when you get those kind of things, or, when people find out you're a kindergarten teacher or a pre-K teacher or a first grade teacher, suddenly they shuttle you all these things. Oh, don't you want these 5,000 stickers? And they're great. Yes, I'll take them. But
We want
I
all
don't
the
want to
things.
just, I don't want to just be a collector of things. I want to actually make it meaningful. So straws are a great thing that you can also use for counting. You can also use for putting in groups of 10. But one year I decided, you know what? These make the perfect rods, or a rod for a 10, and then cutting them apart for ones. And it's just another alternative. It's the same as the sticks that come, the little red sticks that come in the pocket chart for the how many days we've been in school. But there was just a little bit extra element, and I took some clear cups and I just wrote teen numbers on the front, and they were able to decompose and compose teen numbers with those straws. And
I love
so
that.
it's the simple things like that that are meaningful. Dice. You need dice. You need tons of dice. And if you don't have any, again, ask around your school, but also Dollar Tree sells them. And they sell them like 6 or 9 or 12 pack for $1.25. And dice
Amazon
are
too.
amazing.
We were looking for 10-sided dice earlier in the school year, but I noticed Amazon will sell dice in bulk for like $8 for like hundreds of dice. So you could split that with your team.
Awesome. Yes. And polyhedral dice as well. So did you know that there's dice that has like 1, 2, and 3 on it only, which is great for the very first week of school. Then
Right?
there's dice that go just have teen numbers. There's dice that, I mean, there's all kinds of dice. You are correct on Amazon. And so I just wanted to acknowledge one of the comments that came through was Keely. She said that she uses pretzel rods and marshmallows for tens and one. What a great idea. And how interactive.
Right?
That's amazing. So those are all simple hands-on engaging ideas that the kids love. And one of the things that I love about primary education and kindergarten specifically is sometimes we're doing the same tasks, we're just using different manipulatives, we're just using different colored manipulatives, and it's a whole new activity for them. So don't forget that it's the simple things. It's not necessarily the big grandiose. Are the big grandiose things okay? If that's your thing, by all means, but it's the little things too. So don't forget those little things.
Right. Well, and you made such a good point, because especially, in early childhood, the math skills are so repetitive, because they
Mm-hmm.
have to be, right? Because the kids
Right.
need, like you said, constant practice. And it's really as simple as changing the manipulative.
That's right.
There's
That's right.
there's a lot of brain research that talks about how the brain loves novelty, and
Yes.
working with kids, it's everything is novel. And so
Right.
we could count on a 10 frame every day of the week, and I could just give them a different manipulative, and their brain sees that as new and novel. And so something as simple as changing out those manipulatives re-energizes their brain, gets that engagement up, because they see it as something new and novel. And all I had to do was give them yellow counters instead of red.
Yes, absolutely. All kinds of things. Let's talk about Play-Doh. And I know Play-Doh is controversial because it can be, people love it or people hate it. But
I'm
again,
no Play-Doh in my
you're no
classroom.
Play-Doh? Okay, so
Yep.
I'm a Play-Doh person, and one of the sessions that I'm teaching at Phoenix, wink, 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 is going to be on classroom management, and I'll explain about some tips and tricks on using Play-Doh. I always call them tools and not toys. So when I remind them that it's a tool and not a toy, but that's not the session. Anyways, I just wanted to say for Play-Doh, it's great because we can build shapes, we can build numbers, we can roll balls to fill the 10 frames. There is lots of things that we can do. We can add and subtract with it. We can smash it. That's one great way that I introduced subtraction, with subtraction smash. So
Mhm.
again, it's all we're still focusing on the skill. It's very purposeful. It's very intentional. We're not losing out on what the goal is. We're just adding in some hands-on engagement and some purposeful practice. That's the key. We know what the goal is in our mind and in our lesson plan, and we're not getting lost in that. So you can still be purposeful and intentional with hands-on ideas.
Absolutely. And simple, like you said. So I want to remind everybody that we're giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. It's really easy to enter tonight's giveaway. All you have to do is hit the share button, invite your friends to join us, and get in the comments. There have been so many great ideas coming through the comments tonight. Keep it up. The more you comment and the more you share, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. And while we're at it, register for Elevate Virtual now. What are you waiting for? Click the links in the description and in the comments to get registered. $75 before March 31st gets you access for 90 days. That's on-demand, virtual, unlimited access from June 1st through August 31st, 31 sessions, 4 keynotes, a certificate of contact for 30 plus hours, $500 worth of free resources for your classroom, $10,000 in giveaway, and so much more. So click the links and get registered before the price goes up on March 31st. You do not want to miss out. And Abby, you're joining us for Elevate Phoenix in person as well, which I'm really
Absolutely.
excited that Abby's going to be there. So if you want to see Abby in person, join us in Phoenix. And we mentioned this earlier, but tickets for our in-person conferences are flying out the door. We're over halfway sold out, and we're still 5 to 6 months away from the in-person conferences. So they're going to sell out fast and soon. So if you want to attend in person, now's the time to get those tickets before the price goes up and before the tickets sell out. So click the link, get registered so that we can see you at Elevate Virtual and we can see you in person.
Hey, shout out to Stacy for saying that she's gained so many great ideas from Elevate. I agree. Every year there's different presenters, and sometimes there's the same presenters, but they're presenting on different sessions. So you're getting a wide variety of topics, and of course all those amazing ideas. So don't miss out.
All brand new content, both virtually and in person. So if you've done Elevate in the past, you don't want to miss out again, get registered. There was a comment that came through. Somebody said they made dice using the goldfish containers. So
Oh,
I
that's
want to know
interesting.
more about that. So whoever left that comment about making dice using the goldfish containers, please leave us a comment with some more details. Now I'm really curious about that.
Yes, and that actually just sparked a thought of mine. You know how I said, like, on Amazon you can buy dice that's like 1 to 3 or teen numbers or by tens, or you could also do that if just an idea, if you have those wooden blocks that you can get from Dollar Tree too, or you can probably get them anywhere, but I always see them at Dollar Tree. They're like little wood blocks, and people usually turn them into dice as well. But if you wanted to do a dice that just had ones and twos on it, or fours and fives, or if you had a student that was struggling with maybe eights and threes, you could maybe put 8 and 3 on there. So those are, again, just some simple ways, and that provides maybe some differentiation and kind of honing in on supporting sometimes when those little learners are mixing up and confusing those numbers. Let me ask you, what is
Okay.
one of your favorite math type of activities?
Sorry. Anything like you said with manipulatives. I love to get the foam shapes from Dollar Tree because
Uh-huh.
they'll have them in every holiday, every season, and I just write the numbers on there with a magic marker or a Sharpie, and then add some manipulatives, and it's a counting center. and it's so
Absolutely.
easy. Like I just got out the Valentine's Day one, so they're hearts with, and they're glitter hearts even, so even better.
Ooh,
I wrote the numbers on
with
there. They have
glitter.
little plastic hearts, and they count out the number of hearts, and they make the 10 frame on their paper. And so I love that. For
Okay.
Easter, they had bunny cutouts, and they sold
Ooh,
little pom poms. And so you could
that's
put
the
you're
cutest.
putting the tails on the bunny. So I love those kinds of things because um, I love to make this stuff. Like I love those DIY type stuff. You said
Mhm.
you don't like to just collect things. Well, I do. I'm a
Well, I
collector.
like to collect things, but I just don't want to. You've been sometimes in those teachers' classrooms that they have all this stuff, they just don't do it. They just don't use it. Oh, that's you? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I put you on blast?
Well, it's not in my classroom, but it's all at my house. Like I
Oh,
have
I
it
know,
all.
and it's in your storage unit, right? The storage unit that's like huge.
Yeah, but I have ideas for all the things. It's just I don't. You don't always have time to make the
Yeah,
ideas
okay. You
happen.
need to have like a 3-day PD session just in your storage unit, and you need to pull those things out. So let me throw in another idea to go
Okay.
right along with yours. But February's coming up, and inevitably, every year you get boxes of chocolates from your little ones.
Mhm.
And one year I got a metal one. It wasn't like Whitman's chocolate, but I think it was Dove, as a matter of fact. But it was like a hard metal heart 10. It was so cute. And I save those, and I use those containers to hold my dice, or to hold little um, like paper candies as the counters. And again, I mean, you could put it in a Ziploc bag and it still serves the same purpose. But when you put it in that heart container, you better believe everybody's counting to 30 with that heart container and
Right.
those things that are inside the heart. So just tuck that in your back pocket for February. When you get those containers of candies, keep them and reuse them. So,
Well, that's what teachers are so good at, is taking random things and turning them into a game or a
and you,
center. And that's what Elevate is all about, is simple ideas that anyone can do in their classroom
Mhm.
immediately. So if you're loving tonight's live and you've gotten some ideas, then you're going to love Elevate, because that's what Elevate is. Every session is backed by research, but every session is packed full of classroom proven ideas from teachers who are working in classrooms and in schools, that are simple ideas that you can implement immediately the next day. And so that's what Abby is going to give you, so many amazing ideas for Math Tubs in her session. So you do not want to miss out on that. Somebody says we are teachers. Of course, we're hoarders.
Hi, I'm a teacher and I'm a hoarder.
Of course, I'm a
Although I'm
hoarder,
I'm
right?
I'm trying to recover from being a hoarder.
Yes, you're trying to recover, and I'm over here like, oh, I need to go to the Dollar Tree and see what they have today.
Every time I go in, every time I go, actually, I believe it or not, you're going to crack up. Let's see if I have it right here. I actually have the heart doilies from Dollar Tree that I just bought like last week. So, oh, and I almost forgot this. This is something that's a very simple sip. Oh, do you have? Oh, okay, yes.
So, these for dice, these
Mm-hmm.
differentiation cubes are really good. But have you seen this dice at Target?
No, but it looks amazing.
It's a pillow,
That
but
is,
it's like,
oh, it's a
right?
pillow.
Yeah, it's like a
That's
pillow.
awesome.
Yeah.
So I actually have those dice in actual dice. Now, they cost me a lot of
Yes.
money. They cost me a pretty penny for those stupid heart dice, those
Yes.
little ones. But again, for the month of February, it's worth it. So, so
Yeah.
cute.
Or you
So
can make
cute.
your own. Like you can order these
Yeah.
differentiation cubes on Amazon, and then you can just
Mhm.
print off some cards and stick them in there.
Yes. So I wanted to give another idea.
Okay.
So just much like you said with going and getting the foam shapes, how many of us have at some point in a random pack of things that we've received, or somebody has gifted them or regifted them to us, they are like the notepads that look like apples, or the notepads that look like snowflakes.
Yes.
The same thing that you said, write some numbers on them, and then this is an activity that I would have in a math tub. I put it in a little pouch, and then they would know that they could use the pocket chart right next to where the math tubs were, and they would order the numbers. As simple as that. And again, differentiate. So if you have somebody who is working on counting by tens, they could order the numbers by tens. If you have somebody who's working on, struggling with those teen numbers, maybe just have them focus in on ordering those teen numbers. Very simple. You could even do it with sentence strips. That's an easy one too. So there's so many different things. And I think sometimes as educators, we complicate things. We overthink and we think, well, it's got to be this or it's got to be that. But I go back to what I said in the beginning. It's the simple things. And put those into a math tub. And if you come to Elevate, you're going to hear me say this, but I would always have 2 to 3 activities because choice is power. And
Yes.
so when they have an option and they have a choice, they feel more empowered, even though I ultimately decided what was in there and they don't realize that. They're getting a choice of what they do. And that makes a big difference. And that is always when there was choice involved and there was novelty, as you said, um, it was always productive, always productive.
And there was a question at the very beginning, and I want to make sure we address it. And I want to hear your thoughts, and then I'll give my thoughts. The question was, when kids are doing math tubs, do they work in a group or do they work by themselves?
Okay, so this is, again, I get really passionate. That's why we love to do this because I'm so passionate about some of these things. Okay, this is my personal, semi-professional opinion. Take it for what it's worth, but it's free. So, anyways, on this free live, anyways. So I believe that practice activities for students they should be able to complete independently, but it could also be done with a partner. Now, what I don't like is I don't like there being a game that requires a partner, because if that partner has a bloody nose and has to go to the nurse, or if they get called out to speech, or if they're absent for the day, then what does that student do? They just sit there and twiddle their thumbs, and that becomes an off-task behavior problem. So I prefer activities that they can do by themselves, but they could also do with a partner. But
Yes,
it's not
absolutely.
dependent on a partner. And
Same.
that's how I always chose activities and made sure I had things that a little learner could do by themselves, but if they wanted to do it with their partner, that was great as well. Or, but I just don't like activities that are dependent on a partner, because there's too many things that happen in a kindergarten classroom that would impede the learning, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I'm the same. It's totally their choice. They can work alone, or they can work with a friend, or the whole group can work together, but it's their choice. And again, it goes back to what you said, choice is power. And when we give them that choice, that engagement is better, the buy-in is better, we tend to have less behavior problems. So yeah, same thing. Nobody's required to work with anybody, but if you want to, then
Absolutely.
go for it. I love that. I want to go ahead and let you know that we are about to do a giveaway for a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. So we'll give everybody another minute or two to hit the share button.
Get your comments in.
Get those comments in. We're going to pick a winner here in just a couple of minutes. And if you have not yet done so, click the links and get registered for Elevate Virtual. Elevate Virtual kicks off on June 1st. You have 90 days on-demand, unlimited virtual access to 31 professional development sessions, including Abby and myself, 4 keynotes from Gary Brooks, Katie Garner, Barry White, and myself, $500 worth of digital resources. That right there is worth the price.
Absolutely.
Like, you're going to sign up for $75 and we're going to give you $500 in freebies. Even if you don't ever watch a session, it was more than worth your $75 to get $500 worth of products for your classroom. And the great thing about virtual is you can watch us anywhere, anytime, however you want, in the car, on the plane, at the beach, by the pool, in your robe with a margarita at 3 a.m., whatever works for you. I say this every time, but those are my favorite people in the summer, when we get pictures of people at 3 a.m. watching Elevate sessions. Like that just owns me for some reason. I think that's the best.
Yes, Nicole, I agree. She said the freebies are awesome, and I agree.
you're getting $500 worth of free stuff for your classroom. Never mind the 31 sessions packed full of content. What more could you want? This is why Elevate Virtual is the premier virtual PD experience of the summer. And you can also join us in person in Dallas, Nashville, and Phoenix. Abby's joining us in Phoenix. And again,
come join us.
Yes, those in-person
It's
tickets
only, guess what? I gotta tell you something. If you come to Phoenix and you've never been on the West Coast, it's only a little over 4 hours to Las Vegas.
There you go. So see, you could go and enjoy Elevate and then cruise on up to Las Vegas for a few days.
That's right.
Yeah. And just a reminder, I want to say this again because it's so important. Those in-person tickets are selling fast. We're well over 50% sold out for in-person, and we're still 5 to 6 months away. So get those tickets, get on your admin, get on your district, get on your PTO, tell your husband, wife, spouse, boyfriend, partner that you want to go to Elevate, have them grab those tickets for you before they are gone. All right. Jose, can you choose us a winner for a ticket?
I'm so excited.
Wonder who it's going to be. And if you are the winner of tonight's Elevate ticket, all you have to do to claim your prize is email crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com, and she will take care of your ticket. All right, let's see who our winner is.
Oh, here we go. Tariva Graham.
Congratulations, Tariva. You won a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. So Tariva, all you need to do is send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com, and Crystal will be more than happy to hook you up with your ticket. All right, here is a comment we've been waiting for about the goldfish dice. Cut the tops off of 2 goldfish containers and put together.
Oh.
And they fit easily. Okay.
Wow.
All right, I'm going to have to try this because I'm loving this idea. All right.
Yeah.
Bella, if you possibly could snap a picture and put it in the comments here, we would love that because we are all very excited about this idea.
Are we talking about, my brain is going now. Are we talking like the big one, like the big 5-pound or whatever it is?
That's what I'm thinking, like the big one.
That you buy at Costco? Okay. Well,
yes.
I have a great idea. Why don't you get one and I get one? And then we each try it and then we share it and we do like a collab on, like, look at what I did with my goldfish dice, and I'll say what I did with my goldfish
I love that. Yes, let's make it happen.
Oh, thank you, Adriana. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, Abby, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It was so good to see you.
So good to see you. It was so much fun. Don't forget to sign up for Elevate. Come see us in Phoenix. It's going to be an amazing time. Plus, you'll get to participate, in all the fun stuff. So don't forget to sign up.
Well, thank you for all of your ideas and for supporting teachers. Thank you to all of you who joined us tonight. We know it's late and we know you're busy, so we really appreciate all of your time. And again, click the links in the comments in the description. Get registered for Elevate Virtual and Elevate in person before tickets sell out and before the prices. The links to register are in the comments and the descriptions. We cannot wait to see you at Elevate, both virtually and in person. Thank you so much for all that you do for your students and your school and our profession. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye. See you later.